This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and I'm going to talk a little NFL with you guys. In particular, the whole Dez Bryant fiasco, which is all the rave right now in sports media and on the internet, to be quite honest, period. So if you haven't heard, there's rumors that Dez Bryant had an incident in 2011, mind you, at a Walmart where apparently the mother of his child was dragged into a car by him after an argument. The reports are sketchy. Everything I read about it is just very weird. It's like there's supposedly a videotape somewhere that has it, but then you have like no access to the tape. Apparently some people are saying that the tape doesn't exist. Some people are saying they can't find the tape at the Walmart. There's talk about how the police officer ran across the incident, and apparently it wasn't Dez Bryant, but she was in an argument with someone else, and she caught a ride from somebody to Dez, and then Dez brought her back to the Walmart to get her car. And when they gave that report to the police officer was like, okay, that's cool, and didn't think anything of it. It's like a lot of sketchy news. I'm gonna try to find what I can, because every article has like a varying degree of difference in the way that everything's perceived. I mean, you got people talking about, yep, the tape's about to be exposed, then they're saying there's no tape. It's just wild. It's a wild situation, and it comes at for at least professionally speaking, it comes at a critical time for Dez, because he's up for a brand new contract with the Cowboys. Now, of course, before all of this started to truly pop off, the Cowboys had been leaning towards possibly franchising him. So, he was already going to have a little bit of, not struggle necessarily, because just because the Cowboys would franchise him wouldn't necessarily mean that they refused to pay him. They could franchise him for this year just to make some salary cap moves so they can maneuver around some other pieces for other players, and then give him his money in another contract over the summer. Franchise him to keep him locked in so that they could work over the summer and possibly over the season to a longer term deal while they make some moves for other players and figure out how they're going to fit into the grand scheme of things for the team's overall success. So, but now everybody's just like, what's going to happen? This is going to really ruin his chances of a contract because he may be going to jail, whatnot. I mean, it's very weird, because one of the first things I was thinking about was, this apparently happened 4 years ago. So I'm curious as to what the statute of limitation is in this incident. Another thing that I'm curious about is that if this tape had existed, why didn't someone expose it in 2011? Why are they holding it back now? It's very peculiar that all of a sudden, 2015 contract year, this has become a subject of discussion. This has become something that's been exposed all of a sudden to the public. Take the Ray Rice incident where, someone had that tape and they immediately sold it off because they knew that they could profit for it. 2011 is not that long ago. People would still have that same mentality, and I'm pretty sure that they would have wanted to do the exact same thing back then. So, don't understand what holding it off does, unless the only thing I could come up with is that this is somebody who actually wants to bury him for a specific reason. At least that's how it feels to me. I mean, I'm not defending what he did, because if he truly did do this, then that's extremely fucked up. I do not condone any violence towards women or children at all, and I think that, if he were to do something like that, that's pretty despicable. Pretty despicable. But I can't condemn him off of a rumor, which is what a lot of people are ready to do. And I think a lot of the reasons why people are ready to do that is because he has history. I mean, I think everybody remembers that incident with his mom where he, you know, hit his mom. So that's being held against him, and that's why I think this is something to kind of derail his career, to kind of, you know, kind of a move by someone who's looking to put him in a bad light, because, you know, we all remember that. And, you know, people don't necessarily give benefit of a doubt today. People are very cynical. I've spoken this before. So a lot of people would, you know, like to believe that there's no possible way that he could have changed or got his act together from, you know, the time when that incident happened. And to throw something like this just makes people go, see, there he goes. That's what he does. That's the type of person he is. So it's, people are going to give, you know, the level of benefit of doubt for him is going to be very, very low because of his past behavior. You know, so it's just a weird, very, very weird situation that I, you know, would like to see resolved as soon as possible, because if this is someone doing something just to get back at him, I find it despicable, no matter what the outcome. And even if it is true, you know, I have to question the parties who involved in exposing this situation right now, because, again, this incident apparently happened like 4 years ago. Where were you guys 4 years ago? Why weren't you pushing this? Why wasn't this something that was made a big deal then? If he drugged this woman in a parking lot like that, you know, to her car, that's wrong. Stand up, speak on it then. Why now? I mean, it shouldn't. You can't say that your conscience just got the best of you all of a sudden. 4 years, seriously, that amount of time it took you. It's, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just very, very weird. It's a strange situation. I am not understanding, you know, I really don't understand, you know, what the deal is, but hopefully this can be resolved soon and we can, like, let it be. Because, I mean, if it's real, then okay, say what you will about it. But if it's fake, it's kind of sad that we're making all of this noise about this guy right now without proof. You know, rumors sadly tend to carry a lot of weight. Truth tends to, you know, not get as much attention, I think, especially if it's a positive truth. If it's a negative truth, then hey, by all means, you know, people will jump on it and pay attention to it. But when it's some type of positive truth, we seem to really just back off from it and not pay it any mind, which I think is very sad. The way that things have gone in society is crazy, but we'll see. I think right now, you know, this is pretty much all I need to say about it, because I'm not, you know, I just find it a weird situation. I find, like, the whole reaction to it, you know, kind of crazy and sad, because I can't sit here and admonish this dude not truly knowing. Yes, I know he's done things in his past before, but you know what? I cannot convict him of a crime because of things that he did in his past. That's the way things are supposed to go, and that's just the way I carry things. But hey, that's just me. I know different times, different eras, different you know, train of thought for everybody, you know. And like I said in the previous video, I guess my level of cynicism isn't as high as everybody else around me seems to be. But anyway, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.